Many consider this set not the most successful. However, is this really so? Today we will find out in the heading honest review or what can be made from this. Watch the video until the end and grab new ideas for yourself. Well, with you as always Papa Lego. Let's go! The recommended price of this set is $50, and for its price we get no less than 345 parts, 3 characters from Harry Potter and an incredible hypogryph figurine. Can this set be called big? For the same price among the Star Wars sets, we can buy an AT-ST Walker from 586 parts or an X-Wing from 474 pieces. But in his defense, I want to note that the details used here are quite useful and versatile. Lots of arches and decorative elements, some greenery and medieval details. However, what can't help but upset is the repeating minifigures over and over again. Of course, LEGO does not miss the opportunity to make money on such a popular franchise and re-releases the same sets year after year. But even in the new line, we could already meet these minifigures. Either LEGO has run out of ideas, or this is an attempt by all means to reduce the cost of production of the designer. But this sin is even in very large and expensive sets, a review of which you will also soon see on my channel. The unequivocal advantage of this set is its volume due to the use of a large number of arches and free space. LEGO, as always, has the ability to do it beautifully, and having collected just the first bag, the building is already suitable for an interesting game. The building is made in the style of medieval palaces and castles, and the details of grass and greenery give it the effect of abandonment. Having at least a few minifigures of knights or other heroes, you can imagine that they are on the ruins of a temple or a defensive bastion. Another positive side is the ability to assemble the building to your liking. All parts of the set are made as separate fragments that can be combined with each other by different sides. This makes the game more interactive without having to constantly take apart and rebuild your set. The main reason why I chose this set as a gift is the hypogryph figurine. And yes, despite my age, this set was presented to me by my parents in honor of the new year, for which many thanks to them. Now in my fantasy world there is another unique creature that was previously only found in Hagrid's hut. Despite the fact that it was the same hypogryph on both occasions in the movie, LEGO decided to change its colors to add some exclusivity to the set. For collectors this is definitely good news, but I still like the gray hypogryph more. In the second package, we have even more useful parts, and special thanks to LEGO for additional spare parts, considering that sometimes these are quite rare and interesting specimens. Here we have another Harry Potter minifigure. However, if my memory serves me, this version already has a new face with a joyful emotion. Also, a big plus is the medium-sized legs that are great for different custom. I especially like the young Potter's clothes and the dirt stains on them. What can be assembled from this minifigure I will definitely show at the end of today's video. Another positive side of the set is good detailing and a large number of decorative elements. Golden frogs placed above the arches, various greenery and thickets look very harmonious. However, there are very few minifigure accessories here, which is a shame when the set costs as much as $50. From the third part of the details, we are offered to assemble the upper tier of the tower in which Sirius Black was imprisoned. At the same time you are left with a choice: either install this part from above there by making a high tower, or attach it to the side leaving special fasteners for this. In the tower itself there is a writing desk set diagonally as well as a new type of broom. It looks more like what we saw in the Harry Potter movie, but we can still make a standard street sweeper broom out of it. There is a dungeon at the very top of the tower, however it is sad that the set does not include a ladder part that would allow access to it. But there is a small set of stickers to make the building more entourage. Of course I did not stick all the stickers and left them for other parts used in my fantasy city. Also included in the third pack was a Sirius Black minifigure with an updated prison outfit print. The head as always has a calm and angry face, although considering that in this scene of the film he was rescued from custody he could be more happy. As for the prints themselves, they are made quite normally. In my opinion the previous version of Sirius was even better, but in both cases I can't even imagine where this minifigure can be used. The only useful details here are the head and hair. But is this set really so hopeless and not worth buying? Of course not, otherwise I would simply not show it to you. First take the skeleton minifigure and put it in the dungeon on the top floor. Probably the main advantage of this set is that the whole building is made in a medieval style. Although there are no large castle gates, defensive walls, or a king's palace with a large throne, this set will still be a great and inexpensive alternative to castle sets. If you want to build fantasy or medieval themed LEGO but don't have a lot of money, then this set is a great solution. The whole building resembles the ruins of an old bastion or an ancient temple and will cost you only $50, despite the fact that the cost of the cheapest castle from the Creator series now starts at $100. By collecting a few trees and bushes you can perfectly complement the composition and make it more atmospheric. And with the release of the new 24 series of minifigures you can also buy knights with orcs for your fantasy world. A great bonus from this set for you will be the presence of a cool hypogryph. By placing an armored knight or a white sorcerer on top of it, you can assemble a colorful and strong character guarding your bastion. And by adding a few knights or gnomes to the detachment, you get a real set from the castle series. Everything is in the best traditions: a medieval castle building with warriors and archers, a skeleton in a dungeon, and of course orcs. Otherwise, what is the game without opponents of our knights? Let's add one sorcerer who will command the orcs, one archer, and a couple of warriors. All these minifigures will be able to be collected soon with the advent of Series 24. Thus now absolutely any fan of the fantasy theme will be able to assemble his own world. However, there are still Harry, Hermione, and Sirius Black minifigures in our set. From them too you can make something interesting. I was very pleased that 2 minifigures had prints in the form of ordinary but dirty clothes. Combine these minifigures and add a few accessories to make great zombie apocalypse themed characters. If you like the theme of the zombie apocalypse, then be sure to check out the recent video about custom minifigures on this topic. For the first figurine, I took a torso and hair from Harry, a head from Sirius, legs from a standard Lego City policeman, and added a regular backpack, machete, and gun from Star Wars. All these details are now no kind of rarity, so you can easily repeat it. Now, our Harry Potter themed set can transform into a fantasy castle or an abandoned temple in a zombie-infested city. And for the main character, you can collect a partner. I decided to change the hairstyle for a hat from a recent minifigure series. You can supplement with any weapon that you have, as well as because of which she has to fight off a crowd of The Walking Dead. The minifigures, although repeated each time, are quite interesting here, which gives more options for playing with them. A unique hypogryph figurine that fits the fantasy theme perfectly. Overall, the characters in this set will provide a good base for your customs. The building is interesting and detailed, but there are too few parts at such a cost, and it is also impossible to build something completely different from the original set, since the parts are more suitable as an addition to existing homemade products. Despite the ratings indicated on the official website, I will give the set 8 out of 10 for its independence and good performance. I hope you enjoyed the new column honest review, or what can be make of it. As always, Papa Lego was with you, all you cool minifigs, and don't forget to watch other videos on my channel.